All right, Vertex has released another one. And I don't think I've ever given y'all an unboxing experience with Vertex. Listen, one thing I can tell you about Vertex is that the very first item I ever got from them, I purchased myself. And the unboxing experience has done nothing but become like more enjoyable. It kind of gives me a dopamine hit to see the packaging hit the shelves, to see it already just be ready to rock and roll. And you get that stuff, and I really enjoy just getting new crap. First thing I ever got from them was the Ready Pack 2.0. Did a lot of content on that thing. That thing was one of my favorite bags. I still have that bad boy. We got some new stuff coming in from Vertex, and I'm really excited to see what we're working with. First off, let's see. We have, it looks like it is a shirt. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. We will get to the meat and potatoes, guys. All right. But I will say they've always made, no, this is some shorts. Oh, thank you so much, Vertex. Okay. First off, Vertex sent me this stuff. They're not paying me for this video. And matter of fact, they don't even know that I'm doing this specific video. But I'm excited because I have been interested in their shorts for quite some time. In the shorts, one thing I like about these bad boys is that they still have some of the same type of features of the trail walk pants. These are the ruck short. There we go. I got my ducks in a row. Finally got it. It is the ruck short. All right, good to go. Do enjoy me some rucking. We go into the next item. This is the ruck short also, but also just in a gray color. You know what these are good for? Obviously rucking as what they called it, but also golfing and just being able to have some nice shorts that are breathable. That's what they feel like. All right, Vertex, y'all normally hit home runs with stuff, but I would only wear this specific shirt if Mrs. X told me that it was a go. Because just for me to put this on my own is a hard pill to swallow. Not gonna lie to you. It's normally not my style. This is the Daisyland CCW shirt. So this is a CCW shirt. I know nothing about what makes this CCW like. All right. I just know that the patterning is very cruise-like. About to hit a cruise, really about to enjoy ourselves. We'll take that with a grain of salt. But now we're here with the meat and potatoes. This is the Vertex Ready Pack X, the newest lineup for their CCW line. And I've been excited because Vertex has kind of been on a 2-year cadence when it comes to the Ready Pack. And when the Ready Pack drops, you know the gamut and other packs are very close behind it. This is what I'm looking for. Slimline, sleek. I want to know where they're taking this. First off, here it is from the front. It is in your face. So we do have the Ready Pack X. So they have this label. One thing about this is they do label, give you like a little bit of like Mickey Mouse type of feel to kind of guide you on the new stuff. We still have this vertical stash pocket up here. And this is just an unboxing. During my review, I'll compare it to the Ready Pack 3.0 and the Ready Pack 2.0 just to show you how this has evolved. I can just tell you because I'm extremely familiar with the Ready Pack, just a few things have already changed about this. This on the Ready Pack 3.0 is completely looped lined, and it's up to you to organize it. And it seems like the 2.0 to the 3.0, they got rid of this, and then 2.0 had this, 3.0, they got rid of it. Now it's back. I'm so glad they brought this back. I talked about this probably 2 years ago when they came out with the Ready Pack 3.0, is that I want a tinge of forced organization. Give me some Poindexter pen holders. Give me a little pocket. Give me a stash area back there. I can do, I can make some stuff happen with that. So I can appreciate that. Is there a leash? No key leash that I feel. You have some lash points up here so that if you want to attach some stuff to the bag, you can. We still have the water bottle pockets. And these water bottle pockets are deceivingly look small, but they 100% can fit a Nalgene bottle. So that's what's up. So we still have the fantastic, I don't know if it's patented, but for me, it's a goated way to pick up their bags, which is you put your hand here and you can pick up their bags while they're laying flat on the ground. That's one of my favorite parts that they do. Before we go into the main part, we'll just go back to the very back of the bag here. So we do have a chest cinch that's included. I'm looking at you, Go Ruck. Okay. Chest cinch is really good for bringing the weight of the bag from your lower back to your upper chest. So you don't have to use it all the time, but if you do load these bad boys up, that's what it's good for. They came back with some of their subtle branding, and they brought over some of the very just subtle branding and features from the Ghost series to the Ready Pack. 20-liter bag. I'm liking that. All right, so we do have the CCW compartment. It's literally labeled as such right here. And they have the rapid access pull tab. It feels like, okay, so this feels like kind of like final boss version of the rapid access pull tab. Let's get in here real quick. See what we're working with. Rapid access pull tab, I already see a couple of key differences. First off, they used to give you a big Mickey Mouse pad and try to explain to you what you can and cannot do with that. And they kind of got away from that. I can appreciate the fact that, hey, let us just freak it out. I see that they're including a little bit of tactigami accessories here. Maybe if you can move this to wherever you want. I like the fact that this might be movable up and down as you see fit. Okay, I can appreciate that. This is where you would put in the armor. I'm assuming Premier Barney Armor is going to have something for this bag sooner than later. If you don't want to use this as a CCW compartment, then you absolutely can store a laptop back here, which I've done plenty of times before. And I've stored my main CCW actually in the main part of the bag itself. One thing about these is lockable right here. Got your little TSA lock or something right there. You can lock this bag if you want to. Shoulder straps feel pretty good. I wish they were a little bit wider because but it's only a 20-liter bag, so it's not really expected that you load this out entirely too much. Any other features that jump out at me before I jump into the bag itself? I think that's what I'm seeing so far. Okay. One major complaint I had about the Ghost bag, which they definitely did not carry that over here. When you're hanging the Ghost bag from a hero clip or a hook or whatever, you can't access the main compartment. And I like the fact that they did not do that here because that was a complaint. Before we go in the main compartment, let's go into the area where there's normally laser cut molly. And we still have that. Laser cut molly here. Very well done. You can still stash this away if you want to. And when you stash it away, that gives you just exposed laser cut. I'm liking that. I'm really liking that they're just making subtle changes to their bags. And the fact that you can definitely tell immediately is something I'm a big fan of. So for this bag itself, you can lock the main compartment, which is important, just in case you want to keep the CCW inside the main compartment, which I do all the time. These things are great for carrying like a carbine pistol, just like a 10-inch, 8-inch pistol, something like that. Carbine, this thing works just fine for that. Here's where we get into the meat and potatoes for changes. You still get the areas up here if you want to run comms down the shoulder straps, but they made this cleaner with some Velcro. And ahead of what's next, okay, so a little bit of different branding, rebranding on here. Jumping out from memory, I don't think I 100% remember the Ready Pack being like this. So first off, you have loop panel, a laptop holder back here. And then on this side, you have, oh, look at this. They keep doing things that I'm a big fan of. Okay, this reminds me of the Ready Pack 2.0, that horizontal organization that they took away in the last version of this, and they brought it back. But then not only they bring it back, they gave me a huge storage pocket underneath, which is fantastic. So we come here, a key leash that you can used for obviously storing your keys. You have this big mesh pocket right here. So this is a healthy mixture of organization and customization all in one bag. So that's pretty dope. Let me grab, just very quickly, let me grab the Ready Pack 3.0. So a major difference I'm seeing already is this is 3D moded for the back panel. And then here where they went with a slick back for the Ready Pack X. Now, first impressions, I understand why they did this. The Ready Pack is more of an EDC size bag, not necessarily something you need a lot of padding for long rucking. And this is going to reduce the weight of the bag by doing this because they have a larger gamut series that may have these features. I don't know, but I can understand why they did that. You still have the pass through so that you can carry this like armor like, but let's go into the main part. I just want to compare the main part here, and then I'll grab the 2.0 just to show you where they brought back some of the features. So here, this area up here, they brought back some of that forced organization with those pockets. You still got that big stash pocket. And then right here, they made this loop line so that you can put more Tactigami accessories on it. So they swapped these around. Didn't really make sense to have this loop line. This is and not have that loop line. Whereas on this one, the main compartment, they swapped it. Like, I'm 100% down with this decision making because now you can put Tactigami accessories here. This can be slick. It doesn't really matter. So that is 100% makes sense what they did with that. Bringing you guys back to the Ready Pack 2.0. I got this in, I think, October of 2021. So I've had this for quite a while. And let me just tell you what they've done. So many improvements. So they had the loop line up here. They brought the laptop pocket was way down further. They had this kind of like control here. So if you run your actual comms out, this holds that line. This wasn't Velcro, but one thing they took away in the 3.0, which a lot of people wanted to come back, this is what I'm talking about. This loop lined up here with a little bit of organization, and this is the quick access rip away tag, and then the large pocket. You can see the Ready Pack X brings back what was gotten rid of on the 2.0 to 3.0. You're now back to this organization at the top for the items that you may have, the large pocket beneath that. One thing that they did get rid of is they got rid of the rapid access pull. I wish they would have carried that over to the X, but that's going to be really big important to you if you're commonly carrying there. If you're not, it's not going to necessarily matter. And then as for the main compartment itself, they did the swap, this loop lining, they carried that over to the 3.0, which people didn't really prefer. They swapped it. It makes so much sense. And then if we look at this main this main pocket here, this one for the 2.0, this pocket, it was only one big large pocket, and then they had a loop line down here for you to just put REs on it, which didn't necessarily make a ton of sense unless you just really like to decorate or whatever. And then you had a very large pocket that had a zip pocket, a slip pocket behind it, and then some organization behind it. But it was a really just big fat pocket, which was kind of a waste of space because if you put stuff way down at the bottom, you couldn't get to it. That's why they added a pocket. Now, if you come and look at the Ready Pack X, they brought back those subtle design cues. The things that we really liked in the 2.0, they're bringing back to the Ready Pack X. The force organization up here, that pocket, they bring it back down here for the Ready Pack X, but we get one more additional pocket so we don't waste that space. So many subtle things that they've done with this bag. There are components of this that I'm really excited about. And yeah, so this is the Vertex Ready Pack X. And I like where they're going with this. I'm very excited to see what colorways that we're going to get with this. Can we get some Toy Soldier back? I would love to get Toy Soldier back. That was one of my favorites. That's what you just saw there with the Ready Pack 2.0. And I'm also wondering if we get a premium edition of this with like leather accents. That would be pretty dope. Like maybe a little bit of leather right here and a little bit of leather right here. It'd be pretty dope to have some leather accents. You can still move the ready access pull tab to wherever the hell you want. But comment down below, what do you think about the Vertex Ready Pack X? This is just an unboxing. Full review would have to come after I load this out and see what gets on my nerves and what I really like about this bad boy. Shout out to Vertex for sending this out for me to check out. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.